in this lobby. Kiev still leads the pack with 17 kills, but it's been
Crypto banned that game. Alright, I'm back. I had a sleep,
and that's the reason why you're not seeing
and I have returns.
already at max number 8. It's been great competition. We said goodbye to Crypto.
I had like 4 hours sleep last night, man.
I'm not expecting any more
So
legends to be
I
exiting
definitely
out
needed
of
that
our
rest.
rotation, but seeing maybe the banger come into play, of course we saw the
Because now means it's not live, which means I can just go straight to when the game starts.
We start to get into the interest.
Boom.
But again, we
Let's
still have a lot
go.
of teams
Match
with
8. I have no
TSM
idea.
with 48, Falcons with 48, Liquid
Thankfully, I
with 48,
stayed away
that's
from
high.
all the
Liquid
spoilers and that, so I have
Alienware,
no
48,
idea.
of course, too, with all gamers right behind him with
happened.
45, Furia
Don't
with
know who
43,
wins.
all the way down. From TSM sitting in 4th place, of Furia sitting in 8th place. This could be that pop-off game that they need.
So NIP's in 75 in first place, Hawkins in second,
like the rest of those other 3
100
top
D's in
teams.
third,
Maybe
was
just
that?
trying to get those 2 KP. And
And
trying
G's
to
chilling in
play for
9th
position.
now.
But if you're all gamers, if you're Furia, you have way more right here to try to play for, just to try to get that extra
Imperial
KP.
Hallelujah.
Well, Falcon's job is initially simple. Let's get the 2 points that they require to get onto match point, and then it becomes find the teams who are on match
100
point.
D's in
and
third.
stop
This could
them.
end this game.
If they can do that,
Assuming
then they're gonna
because
have
the live
that
stream still goes for a little bit,
opportunity.
like talking after
NRP
after it
and
ends,
Orchid
but I don't
still
think it
the
goes for
3 teams who are on match
hour and a
point, we are
half.
going straight over to quarantine, and for
NRG,
that is a huge opportunity.
It
Not only
is.
because where the zone is, but they have ring console, they have assault bin, they have support bin, they have survey beacon, and they've got an Evo harvester right next to them to get up to blue as well. So they're going to have all the information and the pick of where they want to play.
They better get to that high ground building that Fear is about to approach real soon, because we saw very similar zones to this in EMEA, and that was the game-winning
means
position
teams
to
are
be in
on
here
them
and to get
ASAP.
away from a lot of the chaos that ended
They
up
could be too
collapsing
busy
on a lot of the
looting and they
squads that
swear they
ended up
die
sharing
sometimes.
that
The
middle part
NRG
of quarantine
is concerning.
zone. They're playing split up a little bit. They hear Fear up on the high ground. Team Orchid also on their move, as well as Movie Star Koi. But look at the amount of teams that are already on their move after getting that information. A little
So
far
many
away
already
from
on them.
NIP, who land in Atmos Station.
They have big
TSM
game here,
over to
NRG.
Performer. This does benefit teams, though, that do need to
11
get some
points.
KP. If they could take some shots with that G7 or 30-30 from afar, just to maybe steal that away from another fight that's happening right in front of them in quarantine zone.
Well, NRP, I keep thinking back to the last time that we were on Broken Moon and the opportunity they had to close out in that first game after hitting match point. And I said at the time, I don't know if they'll get a better chance. And took a quick voyage onto social media. It's always a dangerous thing to do, but don't worry, I was wearing my knee pads and helmets when I did so. And Gino said that he was
100 D's already moving in.
into the comms, and it was 10 minutes of them playing that position, followed by what do we do
looking
now
good.
when the zone started to close. So
Match
there
point.
wasn't a plan that seemed to be for what happens next for them, and I think looking at that, maybe that
T7,
opportunity
Falcons,
slipped through their
NT Lot,
fingers
and
maybe
All
they had a
Games,
bit of
and
a hangover
Furia
after that.
all
One of the
right
things,
there
though,
for hitting match
I feel like
point.
they're starting to roll a little bit here, but they've got to be aware of Falcons, because we know how good Falcons are. We don't have to tell people at home how good Falcons are. But when Falcons start to find momentum, that's when they become particularly scary. And winning a game at this stage with still so
Drop gets
few
enemy.
teams on match point, they
Finishes
are
enemy
so,
2 is a twist
so
mine down to a
dangerous.
duo. Gonna have to look for that
Another team
reset.
that needs to be studied with the way that they ramp up, because they always
TSM
end up
flying
coming
in.
out on top no matter what, while TSM find a spot here, working into their
Found a good
current
spot
legend
there.
composition with the
On the
Catalyst.
cat.
This is what I was highlighting in the last game, being one of the teams with Panic being on Valk, having the Bangalore as well. Seeing a little bit more Valk into this rotation,
moving
which is
into
what
right
I
next to
always
All
like to see when you
Gamers.
talk about making
They're gonna
these
fight for that
really
care pack.
hard rotate through the chokes of Broken Moon.
Oh, Zero, there's so many people right there on your left.
Here, it looks like specifically.
Oh, Zero's in trouble. Not, he gets back. Doesn't take it.
I mean, the timing,
check.
by the way, for Falcons and for Zero in particular, they land, and there's a care package that drops right in front of the position they're trying to take. So he gets the brick, he gets up to purple, and all of a sudden Falcons' position feels a lot more secure than it did previously. By the way, we're living in a world where Imperial Hal plays on Watson. That's where
Yeah,
we
that's
are right
crazy.
Huh. Waltzy being on that Valkyrie. By the way,
Best
I said
Fuse
nine,
game
actually
in the world.
seven Valkyries
Fuse
in this
banned.
entire lobby. It's 15 Bangalores. So Bangalore being the most
Bang!
picked legend
Jesus
within
Christ.
this game specifically, while 100 Thieves
He's
now
just
make
naughty.
their way
LG, they're
all the way
struggling, man.
around towards
They're
the
not
northern
quality.
side of that next zone. Just trying to make sure that they go uncontested through that vault tunnel, which I don't blame them, because the moment you have to
good
go into
rotate from
quarantine zone
Deuce.
from that specific
LG just
vault tunnel
dying,
when you
back
exit out of
hits
that
him.
evil
Other
harvester
one.
from underpass, everyone's gonna be staring at you.
Be a
You're
solo.
stuck on that low ground, so much better rotate coming in from that building through that northern side of the choke that leads into those accelerated zip lines.
A solo of LG has to get a reset somehow. They cannot afford to die again early here.
Into this zone. Really good rotate from them, actually. Not only just good rotate, good position, but the fact they got there well, being able to get up to blues, and of course, Deeds with the extra shields that he gets from playing the Watson and the controller character. Essentially blue, purple, blue for them. So they're going to be able to fight from this position.
Oh, T-Law's about to get ratted on by VP. Oh, that's crazy. Yanya dead.
Team Liquid hate VP.
They were waiting. They were waiting. VP's like, we gotta
That's
do whatever we gotta
unfortunate.
do. It's time to play a little dirty here. Jump in, Team Liquid. He's all turned around so fast, by the way.
Twisted Mind's
Zach's
dead to
chasing after
TSM
them
as
here,
well.
But it looks like he may have
Bleak
just gotten
gets
a
one
little
as
bit
well.
of distance. But when you have Zach on the Valkyrie, good luck crossing that open ground.
Well, you got to hit your shots first.
Oh, his teammate got in the way.
One of them hits his teammate, which is a little bit frustrating. Nizzle does get taken down by Slayer with that bow check. In the meantime, by the way, it was a team eliminated, and it was Twisted Minds who did go down first in the lobby. So one team already gone.
T-Law down to a solo. Same as LG.
On the down player, and we'll take that KP and put it alongside the other ones they've managed to accrue so far.
Dude, I can't believe that Lou still has not gotten a kill, by the way.
It's crazy, right?
Reading the stats here, our producer's been tracking that
Luke doesn't know
from the
to kill
very
it. That's
beginning of this
crazy.
journey. Wondering what's been going
Game
on
8.
as TSM
Jesus Christ.
inside this building. Look on, they were able to get the scan on the survey beacon earlier. Looked like just getting information on where everybody is positioned on that mini map, as well as that ring console, seeing where that zone is gonna be pulling.
And one thing about this TSM position is it's extremely fortified. There's only 2 entryways to it, and the good thing for them as well is they're playing Catalyst, so they can reinforce those doors and just kind of sit there in their own little bubble and not have to worry too much.
VP are really chasing T-Law right now.
The Warriors did manage to escape, and he is hitting the res beacon, but look in the background, VP in the evac.
They are hunting.
That respawn ship come in. They are hunting them down. They want part 2 of Liquid.
Lou's like, please give me a crumb, just a crumb.
He just asked
I need
himself.
one. I gotta redeem myself. This is the opportunity. They're literally sitting ducks, right? Right? It's a little nervous at the same time. Slayer gets the knock though. Sorry, Lou. Oh no, not like this. Oh, Lou, no.
Lou's still yet to get a kill.
That goes in with the Devo.
T-Law dead. That was aggressive.
VP
VP.
still doesn't have his kill, but he will not care one bit if VP managed to get the points they need in this game to cross match point. 7 points now needed for VP. He might care a little bit. I'll be honest. He might care a little bit.
Maybe just to make everyone happy. You know what? It's very un-Lukey. Very un-Lukey of Lou.
I'm glad you had to say it. It's out there now.
I had to. I had to give it. I had to do it. I'm about to be very happy. NIP though, waiting on the corner.
Wait, what? They don't get... What?
No fence. Ignores the fence completely.
What
Goes
happened
around
there?
the other side.
Why didn't they get hit by the
Zip lines,
fence?
man, no, when you take a little bit less damage right here, you're gonna be able to cross that distance. It looks like and steal this building away.
I didn't know that was a thing. Just go straight through the Watson fence.
This fight seems to be going from the conduit. Those shots not inspirational from Kurev, but
VP
his
getting more
teammate is
kills.
alongside him, and it will be flat eliminated. So at the end of things, Ninja's in pajamas.
I had no idea you could zipline through the Watson
He managed
fences
to win that
and
team
not
fight
take
and pick up
damage.
from
That's
KP.
crazy.
KP is one thing for them. It's all about the win. They were the first team to hit match point. Still haven't managed to convert. But they do have a spot now, which is going to be within this zone.
So they find out that it's pulling over.
I think it'll
top
end
of
here.
quarantine zone. I'm sure they
But
already
we'll
know
see.
that looking at the direction of this zone in general, but they'll be able to have that Evil Harvester take their time. They still will be able to rotate exactly where we saw 100 Thieves before. If they want to take a much more roundabout positioning over to that northern side, that's what I'm expecting. That's why 100 Thieves still keep looking towards their back. ROC2 involved in that fight from afar. The G7 shots landing. TSM have not moved from this position. I'm not expecting them to go anywhere here.
They're going to be chilling for quite some time. Like I mentioned, this is like the box that David Blaine was hung in, you know, the big glass box where he was in for like many years. Do you remember that? Many years, that's a bit pushing it, but you know, he was in there for a while. Just reminds me of that.
50
No way in. 50 years. David Blaine spent 50 years in a box. It's amazing what you can get away with on broadcast. And people
I can still need 2 points as well. Big TSM still need a point.
You keep saying some nonsense, you know.
Energy's dropped to 12.
No, I'm joking. They won that last game.
But they're in the middle of the zone. They shouldn't throw
They
this.
still need
Energy.
2 more points to sit at match point to maybe bring us to some more Apex here. But you still have to deal with NIP,
VP's just chilling.
Orchid, 100 Thieves, who are all at match point, all playing this rather safe because you have 100 Thieves.
Yeah, all
holding
match
that
point teams
northern
are still up
choke
as
on
well.
the edge of zone. NIP through the Volt tonal choke that Fusion could look at them from, but specifically
Players got
highlight
4
Team
kills.
Orchid, where
Only
the
400
Mythic
damage.
Bin will be respawning once this round 2 circle starts closing.
Going for a massive
right on top of Team
rotate
Orchid,
here.
and that could actually lean towards Orchid's win condition.
Rotating through zone.
And in formation, making their rotate. Always a little bit of a risk to go through this tunnel. You never know if someone's going to be ratting one of these corners. The VP probably will check for that, considering they were the
Yeah. Oh, now they're going for a Valkyrie.
team who did perform that exact.
Delivering millions
Bruh.
of prepaid postcards
What
to
you
help
do?
people
Skip
connect.
ads, skip
That's the
ads,
goods.
skip
Together
ads,
with
skip
Beyond
ads. They go. Darn it, I didn't want to see how long was left. I reckon it was like 2 games after this. 2 or 1 more game after this, I think.
Survey the area and find somewhere to land. This is a blind Valkyrie from VP. They do not know what is available and what is free.
That was where TSM was, but they'll drop down. MCOY's down there, no?
Underneath the position of TSM, I believe.
Honestly, I'll be surprised if they don't have that
Yeah, they're under
Valkyrie perk just
TSM.
to see who is around in this area, just to see if they can find this space, and they do exactly that. They
Got a
find
spot,
themselves
though.
in an
The
abandoned
third
trade
needs to
cart
get up.
here, up above our
That's where
rather
TSM
bridge,
was, I thought.
honestly, more so than anything. But Slayer
Must
is
have
on that
moved.
low ground by that zip line. His
Nah,
teammates
they're
trying
going
to
down.
cover his back. They dropped all the way down too. They would rather hold the low ground, it looks like, instead of the high ground here, just in case they
Interesting.
have to funnel out of this, and they'll have some shield bats too.
The VP finds somewhere
Oh,
to play.
TSM on the one next one.
Lane box 2, empty for now.
MCOY under
He's got
TSM.
himself a Kraber. Wow. So now there's a chance for him.
And Bino on that
Control.
Kraber.
One side of the zone completely. Stop everybody rotating in from this southern side. And looking at that southern side, the one issue for Team Orchid is there's no one wrapping them.
Looking around, at least they have the Kraber.
The zone is pulling up towards the
No
northern
one's really
side. This is
fighting right now, eh? I guess with the game,
Almost
match
outside
8,
of
everyone's
quarantine.
starting to get nervous. LG gets a knock those. Is that the solo of LG, or did they get the
I was
reset?
talking about it.
They
I
might have
said,
got the
if NRG
reset.
doesn't get on top of the high ground. Furia, who took that first. But then you have to imagine, Furia have moved out of that position because Sentinels walked up, and now currently, ROC
Okay, they did get the reset.
are holding onto that same exact building. They're holding onto the
Sentinels,
high ground,
RSC,
looking
and
up behind
LG
them.
are fighting right now.
Engage right now, as you can currently see, versus Sentinels with Saucer being knocked first. Vax just trying to pop this shield bat. D just trying to give him suppressed fire, looking at Carter.
Deed's going well, the
This is
online
great
line.
output from Deeds. He really is doing a
Oh,
great
he's
job
one
to hold
HP.
off. Vaxilon, though, had to reload at just the wrong time. Lots of damage done, but can they convert? Shield swap comes in
Nice,
here.
Sentinels down. And they're in like last place. It's not a good day for Sense.
Off the head, glitch by Deeds. The man has talked about his damage output. Well, the big shots were hit as well.
LG should have pushed
LG?
harder for that
Welcome
third
to
party.
the fight, LG. A little late even off that
Oh,
zip
Jesus
line,
Christ.
but having that red Eva
Bolt the
shield
boat
from
check
Nox
with
could really
Shubes.
help them out here, but they really were getting desperate, and now they notice that the fight is done. They heard the res coming out, and it's not even worth to try to take this fight anymore when you still have 2 of your teammates on blue Evos.
I have not seen 100 Thieves all game. They went for a rotate. That's like the only time I've seen them. Where are they on the map?
Arrow coming out of that bow check
Yeah, they're top
should
left near no
be good
one.
enough to
Energy's
get him
looking
up
at
to
them though.
purple. And that's the lay of the
ROC's
land. That's where
looking
that
real
zone
good
is
right
gonna
now.
be going.
SR's
Mentioned
moving
ROC,
across.
How big that fight win against Sentinels was. Look at Shopify Rebellion, by the way, wrapping all the way towards that building, which is currently held
SR need a good
and
game here.
LG
They're
holding
in
one
17th.
end of it as well. They could find themselves a little bit sandwiched here, ROC, if they're not
Falcons still
careful.
got the middle building as
That was
well.
off the Pathfinder
NRG
zip line, too,
had
for
this
Shopify
POI.
Rebellion,
They're in a
so being able to get on
not
top
in
of
the
the high
greatest
ground,
position.
ROC looking
They're in a
behind
right
them after they
position.
had to reset from that previous fight that we saw versus Sentinels.
MCOY's dying to VP.
A lot
VP's
of
getting
attention
more
on
kills.
NIP, Team Orchid, and 100 Thieves, though. I keep highlighting these teams because they're the only teams still at match point, and 100 Thieves are playing this so
Koi dead.
safe.
If it ends
Very
now, then I
similar to
did not need to
NIP,
take a sleep,
who are
but
about
I had a
to
feeling it
approach
was going to go for a
100
few
Thieves
more
as a
games,
full
like
three-man. One
EMEA.
member of 100 Thieves trying to swing over to the other side. Needed some help. You see the Watson fences, try to slide in.
Or
with the
Evan.
Pathfinder grapple, gets
And
the
that
crack
almost
into
gets him.
Farrell. So see now that he's got blue Evo.
Just a note, by the way, VP just won another fight. Lou did not get a kill.
Gen's covering well though.
They do manage to.
Oh, Duplex goes down on TSM to VP again. Zach Mazer.
Can't get the knock on to Verhulst, which will be a little bit frustrating for them, having done so much damage.
Duplex just finished.
100 Thieves back away for now. Hambino in the feed.
Hambino gets a Kraber shot.
A little bit earlier as well. He finds one onto CTE. It's Cruel Buckle who's going to fall.
NRG just above NIP there.
Even without that mythic thing was huge here. I just also want to highlight that Lou's been putting in massive amount of damage. It's just all his kills keep getting stolen. It's very unlucky.
Yes.
A little tilting out here, but yeah, he's got like over 4k damage plus over the course of this entire series. NIP now move up. Saw that zip line that they try to put up here too. For
TSM getting the reset
NRG,
on Duplex.
sharing that building to their right. Still with full blue evils themselves. They take this fight.
Shooting him for a window there.
Because
Falcons are getting a kill as well. NIP drops to Evan. Oh, everyone's fighting right now. NIP's dying. 100 Thieves are dying too. TSM dead.
No, TSM.
NIP's dead. Villainous dead. 100 Thieves dead. Orchid dead. VP's frying. All match points teams are gone. We are going another game.
And we get to welcome even more teams at match point. TSM with 51 points. It did just enough in that final fight. AG, by the way.
VP's respawning.
AG with 48.
VP also hit match point.
46. Still have an opportunity. T-Log cannot
Zapto,
make it.
you
They're
got
still
FS.
at 48
Fusion dead.
points.
VP on 50 as well. They will hit match point. They will be available to get into a position to win this thing in the next game as well.
All gamers hit match point as well.
Points, by the way.
CTE's getting the reset.
For these regional finals, both EMEA and the Americas have not disappointed. I'm sat here right now watching, genuinely in awe of what I'm seeing.
Dude, Falcons and AG now being at match point. I'm just gonna say right now, Onset, I guess the Grim Reaper blessing isn't strong enough because, what? Are you kidding me? We're 100% going to a game 9. It's like the Apex gods, they hear the comms, they've watched every match point finals, and it's about creating a story here because we are now seeing
Furia in a sold spot looking over VP. VP's got to walk out soon.
Too. They're at 45 points and they are in prime position. It is that high ground building spot, but which, by the way, Furia gave up and now have to move back in that direction. But at least on the bright side of things, they can try to get this KP after getting that crack onto Zach Mazer.
His first kill? I think he got a kill. Surely another fight.
They've got a knock. Can they convert? Knock! We're seeing it!
VP win this.
VP though, most
VP are frying.
the extra point that they need. They are now
CTE down.
closer and closer. As CTE will be eliminated to find in match point themselves. VP on 52 points. They have hit match point, excuse me. But Furia still need 3.
All gamers dropping the VP as well. VP are frying, but they're about to die.
VP though, literally one shot. AG, they're
All gamers, VP dead. Furia cleaned up. It's Falcons. Oh, what a shot. That's Hal going down.
As everyone collapses here, this is where
Furia looking over Falcons. Falcons are in trouble here.
Falcons lose Hal. He gets finished off as well by Knox.
Man, this Kraber's 0. It's just Waltzy running away. They get Falcons got match point as well.
So Waltzy last alive here for Falcons, but I don't think he's going to be alive.
30 dying on LG.
NRG who have just left where he was.
Shopify gets a kill.
And LG inside of this
LG dead. RSC take him out. NIG's moving up to the third party. This is a really good third party from NIG here. Really good third party. Falcons are dead. LG gets the finish off. A great move from NIG to take that building. Please hit match point here. Please hit match point.
To be able to get to that match point. 55 points. I know you are
all blue though, which is like, what the fuck?
I was gonna say delighted, elated, maybe a little bit of both. Having to also worry about Shopify from under.
RSC get the reset, they would've.
With blue evos is very scary.
No, they didn't.
I really like the
They're a duo. Shopify is a trio on the bottom.
Well, NRG still need 5 points to hit match point.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get it. Not with blue armors. They got Watson under them and Watson above them. Furia's got all the space. Sykes goes down. Sykes gets finished.
Sykes is going to get taken down by Koi as well.
Must have fell down.
5 points feels like a mile away now.
Yeah,
for
definitely
NRG.
get it.
They do get that knock onto Sykes. Now playing this out as that duo. ROC could be doing the same thing right above, and they gave up the high ground. What
ROC's
timing!
dead, they dropped off.
They gave up the high ground, and the zone closes in just by just a little bit of time here for NRG.
MT though. Ooh. He's in front of Timmy.
Yeah, not much NRG could do there.
Eliminated, cannot get the points they need. They will not be on match point.
Sykes dying there was costly.
This is even more important for Shopify right now, as they have the high ground, but Furia have the better weapon loadout. It looks like more space to work with while the zone closes in right behind Shopify.
How'd you
Huge
miss
nade
that,
from the other side.
Madness?
MT takes a good amount of pressure. Earlier on, Madness is trying to get an angle with this Kraber.
Oh! Oh! 2 Kraber shots.
Now follows up the headshot with a body shot. Beautiful shots coming in from Madness. SR tried to stabilize, but down to just 2. Furia on this low ground.
They were
waiting for the
great
jump to come
Kraber
in,
shots.
waiting for their moment to
Excellent
strike.
Kraber shots from Madness.
They do. Furia will win it. But we ain't done yet, Vicky. We ain't done yet.
We go again and again. Game 8 done. Game 9 beyond the horizon, and Madness adding to the confidence, adding to the momentum that Furia needed with those Kraber shots. Looking pretty fresh out here too, also putting themselves at match point. Only like 1 out of what, 5 teams that are now sitting beyond 50
5
points.
teams, match
Insane.
point gone
Took
to
8
game
games.
8.
Took 8 games.
Surely.
Or
Surely.
game
the
9,
next
sorry.
is the last one. And last time I did that, we went another game after that. That's what I'm hoping is just about to happen. So, I mean, what an incredible.
That's right, I can
incredible
just
game.
skip
so
through now.
many teams crossing match point. These are the results from
Still
match
look at the
number 8. We
results.
head towards match number 9. We still keep
Only
it
1
going.
point kill from NRG.
Go and sit down. You're bench. You're banned now.
Bangalore gets banned.
Furia 22 points on the board. Shopify with 15. VP 14 points on the board, and 12 of those through KP down in 8.
Dang. Even looking at
Go elsewhere, go to Broken Moon, or maybe over to Storm Point. That would be a long way away just yet. But it's
Shopify
not
already
out
got
of
a knock
realms
on
of
Hambino. The
possibility,
game
but
just
here
started.
On
Damn.
match 9, we are going to have Pathfinder as
Single
the
Mozam kill.
most picked legend. He'll be banned if we see
Half
another
gets
game.
most picked this
I'm
game.
giggling at the intensity of the music. That really did tickle me. Here we go then, everybody. Time to get serious, and it's time for everybody to enjoy the ride that we are going to go on in this game at number 9. Back on Aegis District. And like you say, Pathfinder is certainly going to be a big pick for a lot of these teams to find those rotations from building to building or through those chokes as well. No more options of Alta or anything that's a long time ago. Team Orchid have already lost Hambino. What happened there?
Yeah, that's a bit
It looks
rough.
like he went for the Evo Harvester and got cut down.
That's crazy.
Right?
Really bad news for Team Orchid. Not to laugh, but yeah, that's a pretty
Tier 1
rough way to
analysis
start,
for
honestly.
match 9.
It's just
That's not
surprising.
good.
Just shouldn't
have
happen.
done that.
Should not happen. Well, we're heading north, and
Oh boy,
that's
100
good
Thieves.
news if you're an NRG fan. It's
And
also
100 Thieves getting
great news
gifted
if you
with
like
zone
match
and
point and
TSM.
want to see more games, because NRG aren't on match point, and they're going to have a good opportunity. As are 100 Thieves that you mentioned. Now they are on match point. They're in 3rd place at the moment, but it is worth mentioning, like Liquid Alienware, NRG, Shopify Rebellion, all are not on match point. I would say they are 3 teams that I definitely could walk away with a victory.
Trying to see who's close.
Thieves already
here.
rotating in.
I
T-Lot
thought
already
you might
rotating
have
in.
known. I'm being completely honest.
I'm here.
Some
don't
very
worry.
tall
worried.
buildings in this map.
You can't get rid
This
of me
POI.
that easily. You should know that after this many years of knowing me. One of the Thieves are going to go to the high ground here. One team who is on match point. So if 100 Thieves win it here, they will be the champs in your regional finals. Already secured their spot at the mid-season playoffs, of course. They're playing off that ring console information they have. They're going to be pretty happy up on this high ground. They're going to be able to play this for quite some time. Down on the low ground, though, you've got VP.
I don't know how this
taking a
POI is
little
going
bit
to
of
go
damage.
in an end game if it
And you've
does
got Rock right
keep
next to them
falling here.
underneath them. So VP are going to have
Might
to be
not, though.
very careful the angles they hold it.
Or could finally get
Like,
Hambino back up.
initial pokes and prods from the teams that are moved early to the very northern tip here.
Oh,
Now, I
RS
don't know
yeah.
if any of them will actually
RSC
result in
on
any
match
fights.
point.
Speaking of fights, Walty's just gone down in the kill feed.
Aussie.
Flat. Big Louis with the big R99 taking down.
How many
Big
teams
Wallace.
do we have on match point?
Big Louis.
No,
Now
how's
they're
going to be
three,
next?
4.
And where's Zero in all of this?
5,
That's the real
6,
question.
7,
Has he
8. We have
managed to escape?
9
Has he
teams
left
on
them
match point.
behind?
Damn.
How was given the responsibility just to try and hold up
I didn't realize there was 9 teams. We
Flats,
could
and that
definitely
looks
end tier, but
exactly
Falcons are
what
down
the
to
case
just
has
0.
been. So Zero being able to grapple out of that situation certainly
Yeah,
will
he's
help
gonna
him.
be
He's got another grapple
fuming.
coming up in 1 second, so he's going to use that just to create even more space. And I think the Flat are going to understand that they're not going to be able to chase him down
He's
at this
gonna be
point. There's a craft
fuming.
available for him here at Resort as well as a respawn beacon, so he'll be
He's
able
probably
to
yelling at Hal right
ulti
now.
and Hal back into this game, but still on white armors. Bit of a poverty start here for Falcons.
Yeah, not like hugely detrimental, but of course will slow down their rotation like by an incredible amount. They are not going to be able
We'll
to
get skies up.
find a good position, so they're going to have to
Flat
fight their way in. Maybe they'll just take their time and try and find any lingering
So does
loot
ACE
around
though.
Resort. They could even transition to Boardwalk to look for some extra as well, and they'll just probably go on the side quest of finding Evos
Surely this
and
ends here,
whatever
right?
else they can hit to try and get a little bit of shields
Surely.
to work with here.
Well, Flat, who were the ones who dealt the damage, now have taken some damage themselves. No teams dropping in the lobby, but you can see there's 3 players at the moment who aren't on the map. And QZR needs to be delivered to a beacon, which they are doing right now. So he'll be back in the game in a few seconds' time. We might see an opportunity for Falcons to have a little bit of revenge on Flat as they try and rotate in.
There is a conduit in the lobby, but it's not NIP. Team Liquid Alienware and Movie Stars actually both playing the conduit. Interesting that NIP, the ones who have kind of been reinforcing how
All games
good
got a good
conduit
spot
is,
there
but
with the
they're
Watson.
moving away from it.
So
going
many
into this game,
Watsons,
opting instead to go
swear.
for Catalyst, Maggie, and Pathfinder.
You're dead, brother.
NIP.
You
They
are
making
dead.
their way in
Where's your
and finding
teammates?
A lone survivor taking him down.
Well, it was a bit weird to just walk in unannounced to a changing room. However, NIP will collect the KP.
We're at 80 now.
As Bucks is taken
They
down.
hit
So
match
NIP,
point
who
so
have-
quickly.
Feels like have been on match point forever.
Zero got ulti now back up,
Some
obviously.
guards they have been on match point forever. Still
Yeah,
not
they
able
have.
to convert. Probably still looking back on that game on Broken Moon as a huge opportunity missed, but got to put that one to the back of the memory and got to find a way to get to this end game. Find a way to put themselves in a spot to give themselves a chance of winning it again, because it can linger, those kind of games where you're thinking about what was and what could have been and what could have changed and all these things. You got to just make sure that they put that to the back of their minds now and just focus on winning it, just putting that win on the board.
All right, up into the sky for Sentinels. It's been a pretty disappointing day for them. Let's be honest, 19
Damn.
points.
That first ball's
Again,
gonna hit. It's
I mean,
NRG
they could be one of the
sniping.
teams that maybe turns this thing on its head, completely changes it, gets a win,
Oh,
finds
it's not
themselves 10
NRG,
points
they're
off match
under.
point. And who knows? There is always that what-if aspect with match point, but
Still
haven't necessarily
20
demonstrated
teams
enough for me
up.
to suggest that they've got what it takes to do that. But the position they found themselves in right now, not a terrible one. They're on the northern side. They found a building to work with. They've got
What
the
team's
Watson
gonna
as
slip
well,
up?
so
What team's gonna make the mistake?
the real question is, will they be alone, or is anyone going to try and force them out of this building?
So one thing about the Watson as well, if you find an area to play and you can get that gen down immediately, no teams are going to want to push you because they're going to have the shields regen in. They're going to eat up all the grenades if they try and flush you out, and you can just reset very, very comfortably. And it's probably the most available ultimate that you do have in the game as well. Pop one ult excel, you're going to get that back immediately. That's how everyone is stacked up at the moment.
Shopify, Villainous,
You see
LG,
Falcons
NIP,
wrapping into the
Furia,
zone-
and Flat
through the
yet
zone,
to
excuse me,
rotate
as well,
in.
to find their
Villainous
way
is
to the northern
hunting
side.
LG at draft point. Do they even know they're there?
End game. Furia, Shopify Rebellion, they're doing their own thing. NIP doing the same. Flat back up to a 3. As Falcons, you can see, just appearing on the
The
left
hell
hand
are
side of your
LG
screen,
and Villainous doing?
re-entering the safe zone. Villainous and LG playing their own game at the moment, down at draft point.
Yeah,
They got a knock.
two teams that really need to pop off if they're going to find themselves in the
Yeah,
mid-season
LG
playoffs
needs
as
to
well,
start
Villainous and LG.
frying.
Both outside of those qualification spots for the mid-season
BP gets
playoffs.
some knocks as well.
Both not having the best of days.
BT gone.
Now, I'd ask you, Mark, if you understood my Sean Paul reference earlier for Naughty 30 Shuby, but I don't think anyone did.
I just
I'm
don't
not sure
think it
you'd
was.
be the one who would
I'm
save
good.
me.
Look, I'm a good friend, right? I feel like the best friends in the world are the ones that are honest.
Yeah.
I think it was just a really bad reference.
But I mean, naughty 40 Shorty is not far away from naughty 30 Shuby. Let's be honest.
No, it's terrible. It's not close. It's not as close as it needs to be.
It's 10 numbers off.
It's not as close as it needs to be. 100 Thieves still up on that high ground. NIP going to go to their own high ground, but it's only going to be momentary as they use the evac tower here.
Important rotation in here from NIP. That's a nice evac tower to go straight through. They don't have a Valk though to see where everyone is.
Zone on the eastern side to try and, the western side, excuse me, to try and find somewhere to play.
They're going to slow rotate around.
So NIP will be safe inside of this next zone, but it's getting into the next one that's tough, right? You've got so many teams up on extreme levels of height. Now, anywhere you go, someone's going to have an angle on you.
Oh yeah, especially this POI.
I'm trying to work out where Falcons go. I mean,
Flat dying again to NIP.
Get some revenge, as NIP are currently taking on Flat, but Falcons are walking up right in the middle of this one. And actually, I think Falcons say, I'm going to dip. Yeah, they say we don't want to be involved in it again. Feel like it's maybe a bad fight to take. As Flat retreat, Falcons
will it end this game? Don't know, you know.
A difficult one against NIP, who have high ground over them.
So just a reminder here of our match.
All the match point teams look decent.
Just joined us.
Good morning.
At least you're here, but yeah, good morning or after wherever you are. 100 Thieves, All Gamers, Falcons, Furia, Ninjas in Pajamas, Rock, Orchid, TSM, and VP are the teams who could win it here. Anyone else? Cancel your lunch plans.
Oh, there's a Mythic Bin. Mythic Bin's going to spawn next to Falcons here. That is one of the benefits of, I guess, having a retreat and respawn and then...
Oh, no.
Well, Falcons should know it, though. Although they are being surrounded like sharks in the water. Flat are literally taking several positions around them here, and there you go. But that is going to be a 1v1.
Walsey, it's a knock on Flat.
Yeah, that's big from Walsey. Really, really big from him. It was a straight 1v1 that he quite simply had to win. Walsey does win his ones. Big, big moment potentially here for Falcons. 56 points. Remember, they're on match point, and now they can worry about this Mythic Bin. Or have less worries, I should say, about grabbing this Mythic Bin, knowing that the priority for Flat is to get a respawn.
Does Zero get his Kraber? We've seen a lot of Krabers today, and the answer is yes. Now, when I play ranked...
There's a gold Devo in there as well.
I never get the Kraber out of the Mythic. I'm just going to say it. And Zero seems to get it every single game when he opens one.
Crazy luck.
So as you get the Kraber and the Devotion in the hands, by the way, there was an energy arsenal as well. So you got the feeling that Falcon's probably going to have 2 or 3 different Evos. Let's see what Nip are doing. Let's jump into the comms.
Get in. No, I couldn't. Okay, I'm just going back. They're going right side anyways. Yeah, I'm going back. Want me to drop a sieve somewhere to like get there or no?
I don't think we'll need it.
I don't know. I'm gonna follow you then. I have double sieve lane. We need to go like soon before everybody starts looking at us.
Let's just go together.
Okay, I don't have grapple.
Following you.
Yeah, I'm following you then.
Just follow me.
My second 3. Okay.
Slide down this. Jump around the corner. I'm right.
I'm batting. I have some here still. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you can grapple.
Might be getting routed here.
Just grapple, maybe you have it.
Yeah, cap 10 seconds. Wait, who was looking at you? Top.
All the way in high.
Yeah, I can't
Listen,
really
this room, they're not holding this room, by the way. They're just holding the big room.
Okay.
We can easily run up and just take the room.
Here. They're holding it now. They're holding it now. They have a Watson fence on it.
Fucking ball them.
Yeah, it's Valk Watson.
Yeah, look, he's not holding it. He just left.
There's a team here, by the way.
Play on me and stay healthy so we can take the room if we need to.
Yep.
Fighting on our back.
I'm gonna show on the back. Yeah, we should probably go.
We should. Yeah, we should. We should just kill them, no?
No, there's a night here. Wait, there's a night here.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a team.
We got a tough rotation.
Trying to plan what they're doing next here, Dan. But we're going to see Falcons
Still fighting
Also
flat.
trying to do something
One
similar
gets
at the
knocked
moment, trying to
out.
work their way
19
towards zone.
teams
A lot of pressure
still
on zero.
up.
Big shot, that's a 150. That's the sign to push.
It's only a
Immediately the
duo, that should be
double goes
right
down.
here.
Zero does not hold back.
Does not indeed, and Falcons looking to try and get some revenge again. It's going to be flat on the
Huh?
other side, but has gone down now. Hal also falls. It's all down to Waltzy. He wins it, but there's a third party.
Falcons just
and
threw.
Falcons will fall. They will not rise in this game, and they'll have to look for maybe
I can't
another
believe
match if
that.
they're going to be champions here of America.
They should have cleanly wiped that. They were both one shot when it was in a 3v2. And Hal and Zero go down in the 2v2 when the other guys were low. I can't believe that. They just threw that.
Over to the east, by the way.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Furia have that side of the zone completely to themselves, and they are on match point.
Fury on match point. TSM are also in a pretty good position. They're on match point.
Oh,
I think
gee.
they could throw a spanner in the works,
Yeah,
or if
still
you love
never.
Apex and want to see more, could be your Sabers. Liquid Alienware, they're actually in a
Yeah, they're in a
pretty
good
good spot as
spot.
well. They're definitely in the area of getting to the final circle, but I think Furia
This
is
could
the
go
big
one more.
outlier here because they're not surrounded by another team. So they should just be able to watch the party unfold.
Ninjas in pajamas rotate is,
What are you doing, Vayne?
I was going to say rough to say the least. I think you've just seen exactly that. I mean, Vayne just gets boxed,
That was
just
very
deleted
stupid
by
from Vayne. He
Verhols
just
from the
wasn't
height.
moving.
McLovin has heal shields broken as well, and this is a complete and utter blind
Go on,
Hail Mary
NRG.
zipline. And it's not looking like it's going to be too successful for them, although they do find somewhere, and they also find Timmy, but now they're going to have to retreat away and play the little cubby here, so they're safe. But they have lost Vayne. They don't have
Koi
the
dies
barrier.
to
When they start
ROC.
taking down,
Furia.
hold their position. And a few extra shots onto the body. If I'm not mistaken.
Sentinels
The
are dying to
death box is
ROC
left over.
deeds. NIP was trying to get a reset. Then NRG peeked him. Timmy gets bodied.
McLovin just pops off. Timmy gets absolutely destroyed by the
Oh my
P20.
God.
Sykes is next. And McLovin,
Thank God,
here,
Guild.
but he definitely went
Thank
out with a
God
bang.
for
Sentinels
Guild.
have also been
Please get
eliminated.
that reset,
And
NRG.
will just about survive.
Jesus Christ, at 3v2 and they had to jump on them, they almost lost. They almost did a
Hit match
Falcons. Oh, Sykes did get
50
finished.
points on the board for them, but like you say, by the skin of their teeth, Villain has just been eliminated. 13 squads now remaining.
Oh, that's
6
not good
of
for
those
NRG.
teams not on match point.
400 D's Phony going down. The whole game is dropped. Yanya, Verhols and Phony fully finished. Verhols is still not. 100 Thieves is dead.
There's 100 Thieves full. That's
T-Law's
another match point
dying.
team eliminated from this lobby. Liquid
I get
Alienware
that
are
reset.
not a match point team, but they have now crossed the threshold. But can they be the ones to keep us going to another match? They're right
Did
on the
NRG
very
cross the
height
threshold?
here.
They have.
If they can stabilize a really good position.
T-Law, NRG have to, or Shopify, or Twisted Minds have to send this to another game. Respawn Sykes, they couldn't get Timmy's banner.
BP. Back to that game 1 second place. From there, it looked
Oh
like
no,
it was falling apart, but now
they got
find
one
themselves
red,
in a
so it was
position
just
where
Sykes
they
that
might
was
be able to
fully
win the whole
finished.
thing.
Oh!
But no,
Shopify takes out Zach Mays and ruins their Valk ult.
And that was my
They're in
one
trouble
worry
now.
About Valkyrie in this meta, the high TTK, the devotions, and
This-
the
we could go
30
another game here.
all about.
We could
Just
go
getting
another game
them
here.
off is almost
Dead
impossible.
set. Nah, NRG's dying. Zapto just full killed Sykes.
Team Orchid just trying to solidify their spot with defenses, just as they've done in previous games. This
Furia
circle is gonna
killed
get very small.
2
for
members of
12 teams
ROC. Keon with the nade.
now. There is plenty of teams on match point. They're in a position they
Keon,
could
yep.
win this
VP
game.
dead. ROC
And
dead.
Furia are still
Fury is
the
going
leading
off.
factor in that
Just killed
discussion.
VP
They are
and
the
ROC.
only team on the east. Everyone else, Mark, is in this building. or
Furia
on
might
this
end it
building,
here.
or under this building, wherever you are, it doesn't matter because Furia are the
There's
ones who
more
want to win.
non-match
But
point
the
than
real
match point
question
teams, I
is
think.
there
Oh, there's still
too many
TSM up.
teams here?
And
10
Orca
squads
and
left.
All Gamers.
Going into round 6,
And 4 of
this
them are
is
match
insane.
point.
Furia, by the way, might have just given themselves even better chance of winning.
Fury
this
have
game
so
because
much
they
space.
Cleared out their biggest threats, which was VP and Rock, who were fighting over to their west. They cleared that fight out. They got those final knocks themselves. And as Keon sits as the kill leader in the lobby with 4 kills to his name, For Furia, now quite simply, it's about not choking.
And Furia ended here. There's still TSM up, but Shopify's right there. T-Law gets a knock on Keon. Someone jump on him, please. Damn, no one jumped on him. Oh, being jumped on. But T-Law, Furia's dying. T-Law's going for the god spot.
Brave is an understatement. Madness will not be able to get back up here, surely.
Nah, he won't be able to. T-Law won't win now. I mean, Furia won't win now.
Maybe that's gonna think.
Danya, you just gotta hit a med kit, brother.
They might have left here, Furia, but no, they do know
Shopify's dying. Shopify's dead. That's one of the teams that could have won this game. Descended to another one. Keon's running back to his madness.
They didn't finish off Madness.
Come on, don't let them get the reset. Oh, they're getting the reset. You're kidding me.
None comes to join him, and Furia still alive and still a 3.
Nah, Madness just got re-knocked by all gamers. Alb gets knocked by Kimchi. Zapto gets Furia, Madness. Timmy gets knocked by LG. Guild knocks Naughty though. Twisted Minds is out.
Twisted Minds eliminated. TSM.
TSM can end it here. Or Furia.
The cat wall will fall in front of them.
Or Awkward or All Gamers. Furia's out. That's one matchpoint team gone. NRG dying. NRG dead. TSM dead, dying.
Everybody left in this lobby.
Team Awkward's down.
It's a 50-50 split.
All games.
3 teams on match point. 3 teams
All gamers are match point. They need to die here. T-Law's getting them.
It's 3 teams not on match point, and only AG are on match
Okay,
point
we're going to another game. AG's dying.
Is the last remaining player here. Unless he goes
Unless?
nuts, we're going again.
Unless?
He's doing the job, but I just don't think it's
Yeah,
gonna be
we're going another game.
enough.
Oh, we go again.
Who wins it? LG or LG need to win this game. LG need to win. LG win. That's a huge game for LG. A huge game.
This is just ridiculous at this point. It's ridiculous. This is insane.
They needed that win.
LG find a win, but they do not cross the match
Nah,
point
they were
threshold.
too far behind the cross match point threshold, but they needed that win.
More matches, more Apex.
We're going another one.
Match point.
But NRG are on match point now.
Joked about kids being taken to
My
school at
boys,
this point, but
they can win it.
to that point.
I was not joking. There are cars driving to schools right now.
Oh,
This is
amazing. I mean,
insane.
what an insane final circle as well. With that many teams all in that building, that was my worry for Furia. They had so much domination of that side of the zone. If there was only 4 squads left.
The problem is, Mark, you know,
Fusion and
Shopify,
NRG
set
hit
this
match
out,
point.
Shopify
RSC's was already there.
Before that, NRG, and then of course Liquid Alienware.
SR
These were
still
not
shy of
in
match point. Same as
that final
LG.
zone going
Good
into
game
top
there.
10.
Twisted
Now,
Minds
a
shy.
few of them are, but those are teams that could easily win. So is this really?
It has to
I'm
end
not
this
sure.
round. It has to end
I
this
agree with
round.
you. At this point, I just don't know what to expect. I don't know what the next game
Who's
is
in
gonna
the
give us.
top?
Will it be the last one? Will we see
Sentinels
another one
hold out the
afterwards? Who
16th
knows?
spot
This
right
is
now. LG
as
need
it
another big game
stands
to take
for
spot.
qualification. This is important to keep your eyes on.
C to E flat, Villainous and LG not going LAN. LG need another massive game.
Of making it through,
Falcons are in second, NRG's
that's how much
third.
it changes. One big game, and
He's
LG
100
have a
Ds.
chance.
100 Ds should not be in
And you can
7th.
see
They should
how
be playing better than
difficult
that.
it is. I mean, North America doing themselves favors for just existing, right? I mean, being a region that has been so
looks like there's a
successful.
bit of
I
a
mean, you look at
break. It
Sentinels,
ends here.
I talk about them
This
being
is
in
the last
last
game.
place today, and they are holding on to
Match 10. Eat this shit. This is it.
Well, in EMEA, we had
Pass
the same
banned,
thing, and it was
Sparrow
crazy
banned, Crypto
pain
banned,
to
Bang
start the
banned,
show. I gotta
plus
shout
6
out a couple
others.
of, I'm shouting out, you know, media that I've been seeing.
Newcastle
and
would be
consuming
one
right
of
now.
them.
Great show,
Ballistic
Poker
would be
Face, by
one
the
of them.
way. Is a great
Crypto's one of them.
showcase of how
Sparrow's
you can
one
look
of
at
them.
things from one
Also,
person's
Rave,
perspective.
Ash,
But, you know, you can
Bangalore,
also rewind it and see
Pathfinder,
the same
all
exact
banned.
thing from another person's perspective.
Newcastle
It not
too.
only
All
opens up
them
your
are
eyes,
banned.
but maybe makes you
I know
realize
what
that
comp I would
they
play. You
were
gotta have a
the main
Fuse.
character all
Fuse, Watson,
along.
Cat
FaZe
I'm playing.
almost was the main character in EMEA, though we
Here we
didn't
go,
know
last
it
game. I'm getting a
until
drink for the
match
last
number
game.
10. Will there be a team here in North America, maybe LG, maybe Movie Star, maybe somebody who we didn't expect that is actually going to create a new narrative for us so that when we look back at this, Vicky, we say, wow, They were ready all along. It just took them a little bit of time to get going. That's the possibility here of what Game 10 could provide. And of course, it can also
got a nice little lemonade.
A big win from one of our favorites.
That's a storyline here too. You know, I'm also surprised.
The music that joins us as we change scenes.
Game 10, it must end here. It must end here. It has to.
Not on your screen yet, at least in your ears.
Best sound in the world.
That's the ALGS way, baby. LG.
Oh yeah.
This is the team that I kind of have propped up as my
ASMR.
I don't know, my secondary storyline, my savior of maybe this lobby for teams that need to get that little bit of movement. Of course, Vicky, it is, you know,
zone dropped yet? Yeah, it's going
fusion.
fusion.
In the room
All gamers.
North America is just not as risky as it was in EMEA. We had maybe 4 or 5 teams balancing on a knife's edge on who would
Heights is a
be
popular
going into mid-season
POI.
playoffs because there were only 8 teams to qualify. Here with 16 teams, you do have a little bit more breathing room, but it doesn't mean that there still can't be some heroics, and it also doesn't mean that some of these teams, in terms of winning this, because you know that matters to
12 teams on match point. Who's going to take it? Shopify's been very disappointing. Twisted Minds have been horribly disappointing, yeah.
Playoff winning level teams. I mean, LG, the story of Nocturnal finding his sense of self again after the breakup of kind of the traditional X-set NRG squad. And Movie Star Koi with fun, maybe saying, no, this is the direction of, you know, where the star of that team is really headed and where I'm going to pioneer the next version.
NRG's already rotating in.
I love that there are so many things
will take
to
their
track
time.
here.
NIP flat, take their time.
You know, it still does give me a little
TSM's
bit
already
of
in.
hope, but trepidation to say that this one's over in 10 for sure.
I feel like that's why the statement of seeing America's having 16 Kimchi. Oh my goodness, the fact that he got the wall bounce right there and Panic had to reload.
Just watch
literally
Kim.
saved
Jesus,
his
yeah.
life.
So it's so
Literally one
delayed
shot
before it
and
comes
Panic
up in
knowing
chat.
that, looking to his right, but I was gonna
Kimchi
highlight.
down.
That's the reason why, with Jen still being able to find Kimchi, man. Kimchi's been very unlucky with his positioning thus far. That's why we have 16 slots though. Finally getting my thoughts out here. That's why we have 16 slots, because it's such a highly competitive region that even looking at the middle of the pack, the teams that are trying to at least make it to the top 16, Sentinels with 75. LG is the only other team behind them with 64. Movie Star Koi with 78. Tied that.
Who do I think takes it out of the 12 teams at match point? I hope NRG, but
by 1 point in the overall standings.
I think Fury has been looking good the last 2 games.
Even be able to compete for a $2
I think Fury
tournament,
might take it.
Risk,
But I want NRG to.
Making it to EWC and then having to wait as long as you do.
Falcons are dropping down that leaderboard too. Taking too long.
One of the interesting things you point is like LG currently, yes, sitting outside by about 9 points from where Sentinels are. But if Sentinels stays in like the 19th, kind of 20th position, which they are now, and LG somehow find a win. Let's say they get 20
going
points.
down.
Maybe they don't win, they get 2nd. Climbing from 13th, realistically,
Guild's
to
going down.
like 8th,
Oh.
7th, 6th. That's very, very possible. Even
Sykes has got to get out of there.
Is really up for grabs because they're in that 45 range.
Fucking Orchid's getting them.
Let's say 5th place, that's 63. So a big win, 18 points. 3rd place, that could be enough to make that difference. I mean, that is more than enough
Guild got
points.
finished.
I mean, it's probably looking at what, 20-something points, 24 points or
Watson,
something like that. They would certainly be able to
Cat
jump
they're
Sentinel. So
playing.
LG, even if they don't win, have a chance to make it into playoffs.
Oh, 100 Ds for the save. They've just jumped Orchid.
Outperforming Sentinels in this
Let's
game.
go,
If they can
Phony.
do it, they kind of control their own fate here.
They might just save NRG here by jumping on Orchid.
Same thing from 100 Thieves right now as they try to fully engage after getting that initial knock onto
Orchid's down.
Team Orchid. No chance.
All gamers got the sniper on him. Bino. 100 Thieves just saved NRG. Hopefully NRG can get the reset.
Today and have not been able to secure themselves a dub. Now they're the first team to go out for match
Shopify.
number 10.
Knocked all gamers are 30-30 everyone right now from that high ground.
And as you can see,
This is my favorite place to drop on E-District.
red from our observer squad, all gamers up on
Holy
top.
damn, Skittle.
And as you can hear, down
4,700
below,
damage.
the cracks raining down of the shield from anyone. Skittle Cakes has his
Koi full goes down
on with
SR.
that 30-30. NIP.
SR will be
Feeling
very
is that
disappointed with their
conduit?
game today, same as
On
Twisted
NIP.
Minds.
I'm not surprised. They've been
practiced
running
with
the conduit for a while.
They've scrimmed with it, that's right. It is a conduit. This is something that actually I had mentioned earlier on in the
Both got
broadcast. I did a
finished.
video on earlier on this week. Keon, big proponent of it, played it with NIP, subbing out for one of their members. I'm not sure if it was
Empty
Purev
drops.
or Vayne that he subbed out for. But now NIP showing what that conduit can do, and this is when you bring it
Oh,
out.
McLovin choked that. Shuby with the knock. LG needed another huge game, but I don't think they do because it ends here.
Trying to fight against LG.
Bane, he's on your right, mate.
Take it in an isolated way. Bane taking way too much damage now, having to be careful.
NIP, first place, gone.
NIP
To
get
LG,
eliminated.
wow.
Their chance
Already in
has now been
tubes.
stopped by LG. Man,
Guild's
you were
getting
talking
respawned,
about
yes.
LG though, slowly climbing through 48 points, Rain Day, as you
LG
were
getting the
highlighting
reset.
this narrative to see what they could do at the very end. As you also mentioned, better late than never.
And you know, I'd love to, you know, just see a team have a moment like that, especially in North America, where it feels like their backs are against the wall and they can somehow make a moment for themselves, especially when you talk about, you know,
Really,
people like
Timmy?
Nocturnal, who's, you know, been
Timmy
through
getting knocked? You're
many
kidding
journeys,
me.
many iterations of their identity in Apex Legends across
Bloody
teams.
Valk
and
ults,
even as an
man.
individual
Sentinels.
player,
Piss
in,
off. Come on,
you know,
Guild. Go
kind of
nuts. Go
recounting
nuts, Guild.
What am I bringing to the table? How do I bring that? And is it my squad? Is it me?
Good damage, Guild.
What situation do I need to thrive? You know,
Where's
sticking with
Sykes?
it throughout all that. It's a great quality. You can see Gilderson's here in NRG.
Guild and
They go
Timmy
to
down.
this play with Sentinels, and unfortunately for LG, this is the team in front of them.
Who's
So
third
this is the
party?
only team LG
They're
want
third
out of
party
the
save
lobby right
NRG
now,
again.
staying in 20th and not getting any other points.
This is villainous with a third party.
Wow, the retaliation with
Surely
the
not.
Maggie wrecking ball, it's villainous. Showing up now versus Sentinels.
They are rushing the
Literally 19th
Sentinels.
versus 20th place squad right now. Both these teams so desperate. It's like the bread bowl, essentially. Just trying to figure out what they can
If
get.
Sentinels die and
In terms
LG have a
of any
huge
KP
game,
to start off this
would
fight,
drop
both
Sentinels
teams
out of land.
tired of being
Timmy's
stuck
been
at the
bled
bottom.
out.
25 total points for Villainous over the course of 10 games. Sentinels, though, they get the bleed out on Timmy.
This Villainous is going to win this.
Try to move in with Villainous, trying to go in for the third party at the same time. They now get that knock.
Oh, yeah,
onto
Arcstar,
Riley,
brother.
trying to get a nice little peek through the window from the Valkyrie. Cheeky's flying in.
Good
Nowhere
peek.
to hide behind
Don't
these
choke.
knockouts.
Yeah, he got it with
Carter
30-30.
Literally one shot. Cheeky's.
Sense
He
drop.
comes out, they wipe out Sentinels, and they needed this KP.
And getting out right away, and they know it. It's
Alright,
just,
come on,
you know, gonna be a
Sykes.
chase
Come on,
down
brother.
for
Get the
sure.
reset.
Sykes stays alive. NRG still in the mix. All teams
NRG are throwing
hoping
this game.
to hopefully get out of the way if you're an LG fan. But when it comes to Sentinels going down, that was the first piece of the puzzle. Now, going back to that
I don't like
conversation,
Timmy on
normally in a
Valk.
pro
I
league,
do
if
not
you're
like that.
Sitting where LG is in 13th place, you're going to earn 7 points. In this situation, you're
But
going to
so
earn 10.
many characters
If
have
you
been
stay
banned,
there,
so I
it's
guess they
not
have to.
quite
Shopify's
enough. So
getting
what
the
they need
reset
to
as
do
well.
is make up a 9-point difference from where Sentinels are. That means they have to get at least 6th place. But since
6th
Sentinels
LG
are
have to
out,
get. So LG would have to win this
again,
game.
fate in their hand. If they get 6th place or higher, they will get enough points to push Sentinels back. It doesn't mean, however, that the job is done, Vicky, because Villainous are in the exact same position as LG points-wise. They also have 64 points. So they've got to make sure that Villainous doesn't outperform them in this game. And Villainous,
No chance.
in
Villainous and
18th
LG are
spot,
not
is still
getting
alive.
up top 6.
That's a
They're
very
way
good point,
too far
'cause at
behind.
this point, you have to talk about the teams that are at risk of not qualifying.
Like, top
for the
6,
mid-season
61
playoffs
points and
to
higher,
not
and LG's on
qualify
48.
for
They'll
that
have
big
to win
prize
this
pool
game.
too. So aside from trying to vie for that 16th place spot with how tight it looks and looking at the lackluster performance
They need
between
14
Sentinels
points,
and Villainous, it comes
and
into question, LG
no one
still
from
have
top
that
6 get
opportunity
any
as they
points.
Take that zip line over to the rooftop of this building, playing on the edge of that zone.
No chance.
It's like they're just gonna be able to wait, just
They
so
left
that way
that
they
run
could
too late.
see where they want to go first. Rocking the Mad Maggie, Catalyst, and Fuse. And Randy, you know what? If you were gonna tell me that the way for me to highlight maybe an end to a match point finals has to have 12 teams at match point, more than half the lobby, I'd say, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, even if it has to go with me casting over 18 teams sitting at match point, I'll take it. LG, though, creep about. They get the scan earlier, it looks like.
They're going to try and go shot here on Exana or Koiful.
Off that low ground.
Maggie
There it
ball.
is. Nocturnal on
Tim
the
and Gil
map.
get
Maggie,
back
we
up.
were
Let's
talking about his
go.
journey.
The third reset of the game for NRG.
Not necessarily a character that you see.
NRG
main
don't
mix,
deserve to win today. I can't lie.
but certainly a character that we've seen quite a bit today, especially towards these final games. We've seen Conduits.
I think Furia
Certainly
deserve
seen
it.
a
The
lot
last,
fused.
they've been very
Nodding
good
on the
last 3-4
Catalyst. Kind of surprised
games.
she's made it this entire way.
NIP have been the best all day, but
Well,
they're already dead, so they
That
don't
is
win it
gonna be a
clearly.
huge asset for these teams.
Unless it goes
As
another
LG
game,
continues to
but
try
I
to
don't
make
think
it
so.
across.
There wasn't much time left because they
Biggie
talk for a bit after a
still
game usually.
matched in. Many teams ready to close this one out. Ring 3 about to count down, and Furious sitting inside the zone yet again, where everyone wants to move. LG getting a little bit of poke from Villainous, and to their left and above them, well, above them it's Movie Star Koi, some familiar teammates, former teammates, and Shopify Rebellion. They're to the left as well. So a big gauntlet here for LG. They've got
LG gonna drop here.
Maybe they're starting to wake up just a little
might
bit
die
late
here.
because it's in Nocturnal's name. You gotta just stay up just a little bit longer to find yourself.
Those nades
without
were
getting
dirty.
bombarded with these nades, by the way, because Villainous
Naughty drops to fun.
Still being alive, still moving up because the rest of Villainous and their squad are up. We also saw in your feeds earlier, NRG
And,
looked to fully reset to
yeah, we know that one.
another res.
NRG,
Villainous
LG.
and
Too
NRG,
similar.
both from their individual fights, have come right back up while LG lose out on Nocturnal.
That's such a dangerous spot right here. Fun
Naughty goes
FPS
down.
For Movie Star Koi, helps to finish off LG Naughty. And they are sitting ahead of them as well. Could be the end of that story.
Yeah, that could be the end of LG
But
for
not yet. My friend,
EWC.
not yet. As you can take a look at the zone and the teams still playing.
Solo
for
of LG's
got at
right
least
next to the trio of NRG that come in late.
9, 10 teams
There's no way
now
NRG
alive
can
on
win it from
match
where they
point.
are. They have a very
It's
late
looking tough.
rotation in. Everyone's going to be focusing them.
But Shopify
LG are
Rebellion over
2
on that
points
western
away.
side too, still alive as well.
Latin
as
are in a good
Falcons.
position. And so are Furia
LG gets to
again.
survive this. If they get any more KP, which I don't think so, if NRG are going to approach from this choke, which are forced to, right? LG.
Yeah.
Yeah,
need
LG's dead here.
2 more points to be at match point. A team that was
Yeah.
sitting at the very bottom end.
NRG
of the
don't
overall
spot him, though.
standings now have moved up towards 13th. This is how highly competitive the Americas regions is in the ALGS. Are you kidding me?
This is the biggest rat of his life. LG trying to make it in right now. It's most
Yo,
likely
Gil,
going
you
to be
wanna
the end of
heal
it.
up,
Maybe
please?
NRG, maybe
Thanks, pal.
Shopify, maybe Movie Star Koi, CTE. They could fight each other, but it looks like there's going to be
Come on, Tim Tam.
really a collapse with LG and CTE right now. Unless there's some serious craziness going on.
I've died like 4 times this game.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's right next to CTE, by the way. I know I'm kind of calling this map feed.
Don't rotate NRG. Falcons on the other side. You don't want to fight them.
At the solo from LG, but they don't know it
All
yet.
gamers are moving
All
in.
gamers as
Falcon-
well,
oh,
a team that is in a position
going
with
towards
65
Falcons.
points and 5th place to close it out and maybe get a win here.
NRG's
So
on the
listen
left
in
there.
As they make a very treacherous.
They are landing on Falcons, not rotating right. They're landing
Shot right now. I might die on this fucking
flat, yeah.
Where do I gen? Where do I gen?
On
My corner?
On you, maybe?
This is a bad
Corner?
spot.
Come to me.
This is a bad spot.
Move. Moving.
Making it work, but surely
I'm gonna pull
not.
after I mech it.
Yeah, pop on saw.
I will.
It's a bad spot. If they make it work from there, fair play.
I want to run across to this back part here.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
getting
they
pulls
can
on.
peek there,
I'm getting
that's
pulls on.
They can't peek us from this side because that team's just fucking shooting
Where
out.
I'm at is so safe.
Okay, hear you?
This
This
is
is
the
that people
safest
handling,
spot.
yeah.
Yeah, we're in back here too. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna just challenge on them.
Only thing that could happen is a random drop down.
Listen, they're gonna be scared to peek us because of Galleria side, and they don't have any like smokes or anything to like smoke.
Zana
their
gets a
fucking
knock on
angles.
case mob.
Back here is just way better. Yeah, drop.
It is. I agree. Yes, I agree. This is better.
All gamers steady, alive and well, setting up
smokers.
their webs of Watson fences. For those paying attention to the earlier drama, LG still alive. CT in front of them, so is Movie Star.
There's no way
Koi. On
LG
the other
solo
side
it.
of things, it's flat and all
Oh
gamers on
no,
north
the
side of
Valk
this ring.
ulting. LG's dead.
And it will be
NRG's
LG
dead
who
here.
go out. That will not
NRG,
be
you're
enough.
dead.
They will not
You're not
make it
landing anywhere
to
here,
our
pal.
mid-season
They're
playoffs
landing on
unless
TSM.
for some reason we go to another game, and it's not going to be because of NRG. They
Cut
are
out.
on match
Oh.
point, and they are trying to
Consolidating?
Fusion will fall as
No
well.
way that just worked. 100
And so it's
Thieves.
just flat
Killing Villainous,
CTE,
Fusion's dead.
Shopify Rebellion, Twisted Minds, and Villainous. And Vicky, as I kind of say
100
that,
Thieves are moving in on
I'm
the
saying a
right
few more teams than I
with
would have
Twisted Minds.
anticipated that
NRG's
are
on their
still
left. They
alive
don't see NRG.
and ready to play. 100 Thieves, though, they're one
Oh
of
my
our
god.
leaders in this
Twisted
lobby,
Minds didn't see
third
Phony.
place, and they're taking it to Twisted Minds.
100
And it
Thieves
looks like it's
dead.
versus Phony, and
It's just
somehow 100
Crook
Thieves
left on
find a
Twisted
win.
Minds.
No, they lose.
Yo,
Crook
do they not have
finishes
meds?
up
They don't have
Phony.
meds.
Oh my gosh,
They
and
don't have
Twisted Minds
meds.
stays alive.
Twisted Minds for now. VP are looking at them though. They're about to get pinned.
It's dead. NRG need to launch on Crook. Never mind. VP's on him currently.
Fully dive in. Here looking at Twisted Minds. They have to get this.
How does
finishing
NRG
blow.
not
They
have
bring all
light
the attention to
meds?
themselves. Crook can't hide anymore. And VP. They get some KP grenade turtled in their direction.
TSM moving
Looks
in.
like they have
There's
some
no way
ults in Gen, though,
NRG
just
win
for
it
some
from here.
safety. And TSM also
But they're
another
pretty
team
close
that's
to
been sitting
first
at match point for
place
so long.
overall.
11 teams left. And by
Up
the
this
way,
set, so they just need to keep
the
getting
only
points.
teams holding on to that north side of zone, the least contested side, flat.
But Falcons to the team
Not
that's
at match
above them,
point.
and Falcons
All
are still
gamers
alive too, and probably
and
gonna get
Rock.
more KP. So
If it ended now, it'd be NIP, Falcons, NRG, All Gamers, and Shopify Rebellion in the top 5.
TSM's launching on Falcons. Timmy's
NIP
already so
taking the
low.
overall win in the season in terms of standings. But it may not be over. TSM in a good spot here.
Nice knock from Sykes, but they're just too low. Timmy's dead. Yeah.
Oh!
Nice Guild. Guild is so good. VP's coming up on Guild from behind. Guild's dead. NRG's dead. That was bound to happen. Dying so many times early just ruined them. They had nothing. Who takes it? I'm pretty sure we don't go another game here.
Coming in huge for TSM.
I think Furia deserves it. Oh, madness from Furia. Snipes Panic.
Thankfully, they have the remote res with Duke being on that lifeline, and then he notices
T-Law Yonya going down to Furia, just kill him.
Get
Haguares. But Madness is very low there. TSM's looking over them.
Movie star Koi have gone
Madness
out.
needs to
Only
heal up.
2 teams can stop this series. This
T-Law's
regional
dead
final from
in a
ending.
second.
And it is flat. And it
No?
is Shopify
Yeah, T-Law's dead.
Rebellion.
TSM's dying.
One of the
Fury's
teams
absolutely
in the
frying.
LGS that have
Shopify
lifted
Rebellion's
a
dying.
playoff
VP
trophy
dead.
at LAN. Boy, oh boy, they would
TSM's
like to do
dead.
it again. Place
Shopify's very
forward
low
all
on the
these
other
other
side there.
teams
Fury
who
can
think that
rotate
Shopify
around.
Rebellion are out for the count. Fury has been in a great spot for a while, and they've got 2 purples and a red.
Goif
Vicky,
was
it's gonna be
right
hard
there.
to supplant them here. And right now,
Falcons up
it's
top
actually
here.
a 3v3 potentially
Falcons
between
win, I swear to
Shopify
God.
Rebellion and Fury. They're on either side of this tree.
Well, they definitely heard him climb. I was gonna say, Koi's literally right next to Fury. They're gonna try to.
Yeah, it
swing
ends
and
here.
they can't
Shopify
jump
dead.
into
There's
the
one
knockdown
unmatched
too.
point
There you
team.
go. They
There's only
find
one
them out.
left.
That means there's only one team left in
This
this
is it.
lobby.
End game.
That can keep this match point finals going. It is just flat, and they're on the north side, looking at Falcons. They're looking at all gamers.
Flat gonna die when
all
they have to
4
move from that
teams
building.
on the north side with Furia, the least contested team on the
Furia,
south side.
All
of this
Gamers,
final zone, which is
ROC,
closing in.
or Falcons.
It's gonna be nearly impossible.
Don't want
for
Falcons to
Flat
win. They just
this
wanna
one. They've
land.
got
I
pressure
don't want
from
them to win
Falcons,
this.
Landing down on all gamers, Rock as well on the other side of it, and you just look at Furia, who are sitting pretty.
Means
watching
Falcons
them
might
all
take
fight.
first in Pro League overall.
It wouldn't
Flat
be
drop on
impossible
all
to think that it
gamers.
ends right now, but just as I say
That's a
that,
bad
they
position
did
for
all
Flats. That's a horrible
That's the thing that
position.
won the other game in EMEA. Can go next and Flat have the right idea. at the
Cannot
right
miss a
time.
wingman shot here.
Oh, and the Watson gen as well. It's going to stop anything trying to take them out of this.
They're so
Just
dead
hold
once
your
RIC
horses,
peaks
Vicky.
them.
Flat's still in it for now.
Yeah, they're dead now.
Year is it? It's the
Flat
Watson,
gets
it's
knocked.
Gibby,
Kaiser.
it's a knock. Flat in
Nano gets a shield
trouble.
swap though. They've rushed Furia.
Flat, the only team that can keep this going, but they're getting shot
They're
from
dead.
behind. They lose out
GG,
on one.
this is
It's
it.
only up to Nano, and it's looking like it may end here unless Nano can pull
Falcons
some
dying.
magic.
Hal dies to
And
the
it's a
Sorcerer.
shield swap.
And Skittle Case dies to Vaxelon.
Directly delivered to his
Zapdo dies to
feet.
Deeds.
Christmas came all early. I just can't believe he's still alive.
Balti's
Flat
low.
get eliminated. 4 squads left.
Furia. It might be Furia. I said Furia. I reckon would win it at the start of this game. Was that an amazing call by me? Ooh, they're rushing Falcons. And dying.
And Falcons, as usual, pushing up the pressure.
Oh, he wants a shield
Zero
swap.
gets a
He's
shield
gonna
swap.
get the shield swap. He gets it right there.
Keon
Fury
dead.
incredibly
Fury's
low.
dead.
Kyle, may up on
Falcons dead.
Zero is
All
won.
gamers are ROC.
He gets taken out.
ROC is the winners of NA Regional Finals.
Your America Regional Final winner.
Damn.
They ended here with a total of 81 points.
ROC, Vaxelon, Deeds, and Sorcerer. Oh my god, I literally said at the start of the first live stream that Sorcerer has been inconsistent. I literally said that he's been inconsistent, and he wins fucking regional finals. How good am I?
They really are. And just how steady Rock is. My goodness, Vicky.
Fair play, Sorcerer.
Congratulations to Rock coming out on top of a lobby that was so stacked with so many potential iteratives of where
And that's Pro
we
League
could
done
have
until
gone
the
for
Esports
rest
World
of
Cup
the
now
night. We could have gone on
next
to
month.
13, 14 games here, it felt like, but it was destined to end. Rock with the win. Let's bring Gaskin back in as well. I want to hear his thoughts and congratulate as well Rock for that incredible victory. It feels like it was well deserved. And Dan, you look like you've been watching this game very, very closely.
In my day, we went to 11 matches. In my region, it was 11. Couldn't be done here in the Americas, but I mean, that was mental. There was that moment where I was like, all right, it's done. Then I saw the Gibby and I was like, but in less. And then
He was dead.
Team KP, they
15
were riding
kills on that
just
win
straight
too, all
momentum
games.
that entire 10th match.
NRG got 2.
Yeah, I mean, incredible.
Twisted
stuff
Minds was a
from Rock.
horrible day.
27
SR was
points.
also a horrible
What
day.
an actual day. I mean, that
100
was just
Thieves. So when they
phenomenal
hit match
when you
point,
consider,
just turned into
you know,
no
the
ones.
impact that this team had.
I don't
And, you
know
know,
what's
we
going
could
on with
not
100
mention
Thieves. They should be
Saucer
playing a
as
lot better
well.
than
I
that.
mean,
They got
you
3
look at, you know, that
absolute
team with
gun
State
players.
Naughty
Same as
and
Falcons, but they were
Chaotic
there.
Lunch and Shuby and the iterations
All
of,
games were pretty
you know,
good
what
today.
that looked like with the
Fury
previous LG, now
impressed
obviously
me towards the
Nocturnal in
end.
there. Rock is kind of a
looks like they win the tiebreaker and they
Falcons and NIP tied, but Falcons get first place overall. Falcons
take
win
the 20,000 and go
the
into
overall
mid-season
leaderboard.
playoffs at
NIP.
number 1.
NRG
But
were
really
first place,
just
but
an
they dropped to
incredible end.
4th.
I mean, when you look at those series
Shopify got
results as
5th,
well,
and
I
they
mean,
came
back
like
in
14th
EMEA,
today.
the
RSC
winning
got
team go next was
6
quite
after that
far
win.
behind
TSM
first
7th.
place in
100
terms of
Thieves
points, and it
8th.
was
That's
clear
rough
that
then. Fury
Alliance were
9th.
the
TLO
best team on
10th.
the day.
Twisted Minds
Only
11th.
5
And
points
Quid
behind
12th.
in the end
Fusion
were
13th.
right? It's not
Virtus Pro
like
14th.
they didn't
Sentinels
deserve it. It's
15th.
not like they
And
just
Orchid
eked their way
16th.
through.
And
They
LG don't make it,
dominated
but
that
we
last
kind of knew
game,
that.
and
We already
they
knew who'd
earned their
called.
victory, and I'm delighted for them.
I mean,
Damn.
you look at that team, and you know, even at the
Pro
Open
League
had,
done.
the iteration.
Ugh. That was so many hours of watching EMEA and NA. How many hours in total was that? 1, 4, 7, and I don't know how long this went for. 8 hours watching Pro League. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do another live stream today. Probably not. I'll probably do one tomorrow. I'm gonna start live streaming now. But ending today. RSC won. Did not predict RSC. None of my predictions got up there except for Falcons. So, it wasn't great predictions for me.